Imagine you're standing in your backyard staring up at the night sky. Everything looks still, calm, and infinite. But what if I told you, right now, at this very moment, you're hurtling through space at unimaginable speeds? You're not just spinning on Earth, not just orbiting the sun. You're surfing a cosmic highway, part of a solar system racing through the galaxy at mind-bending velocities. And that galaxy, it's also sprinting through the universe. So, how fast are we really moving, and why don't we feel it? This is the story of motion on a cosmic scale, a journey that begins in our own backyard, but stretches all the way to the edge of the observable universe. To us, Earth feels perfectly still, but it's not. Every day, our planet rotates once on its axis. That means if you're standing at the equator, you're already spinning at about 1,670 kilometers per hour. Fast, right? But that's just the beginning. Earth also orbits the sun, completing one revolution every 365 days. That's another 107,000 kilometers per hour. So, between spinning and orbiting, you're already moving at nearly 110,000 kilometers per hour, and you haven't even left the solar system yet. But let's zoom out. The sun isn't fixed in space either. It's orbiting the center of the Milky Way galaxy, dragging all of us along for the ride. Planets, moons, asteroids, everything. This galactic orbit takes about 225 to 250 million years to complete just one lap. Scientists call this a cosmic year. Now, here's the kicker. As we loop around the Milky Way, we're moving at about 828,000 kilometers per hour. That's fast enough to circle Earth over 20 times in a single hour. Still with me? Let's go even deeper. Most people imagine the sun's motion around the Milky Way as a flat, circular path, but it's actually more like a wavy spiral. The solar system bobs up and down through the galactic plane like a horse on a carousel. This bobbing motion might even have an impact on life here on Earth. Some scientists have speculated it could affect comet activity or even mass extinctions. Each bob takes tens of millions of years. It's like the sun is weaving its own thread through the galaxy's fabric, spiraling, tilting, oscillating. But this dance doesn't happen in isolation. Here's where things get wild. The Milky Way itself is not stationary. In fact, our entire galaxy is barreling through the universe at roughly 2.1 million kilometers per hour. That's not a typo. Over 2 million kilometers every single hour. Why? Because of gravity. The Milky Way is being pulled toward the Great Attractor, a mysterious region of immense mass that's pulling entire galaxy clusters toward it. We don't fully understand what it is yet, but its gravity affects everything in our corner of the cosmos. Even more mind-blowing, the Milky Way and our neighboring galaxy, Andromeda, are on a slow-motion collision course. They're expected to crash in about 4 billion years, forming a brand new galaxy scientists call Milky Way. So, not only are we speeding through space, we're heading toward a galactic mashup. But don't worry, you won't need a seatbelt. The stars are so spread out that actual collisions between them are incredibly unlikely. But how do we know we're moving at all? What's our true rest frame? Enter the cosmic microwave background, or CMB. It's the leftover radiation from the Big Bang, like a baby photo of the universe. By measuring tiny differences in this background radiation, scientists discovered that our solar system is moving relative to the CMB at about 1.3 million kilometers per hour. This is perhaps the closest we have to an absolute frame of reference in space. Against this ancient backdrop, we can truly appreciate our velocity, not just as a planet, not just as a solar system, but as participants in a cosmic journey that began 13.8 billion years ago. With all this motion, rotating, orbiting, spiraling, speeding, why don't we feel a thing? The answer lies in relativity. All this movement happens at constant speeds and in extremely smooth paths. There's no acceleration to jolt our senses. It's like riding in a car on a perfect highway at a constant speed. Unless you look out the window, you'd never know you were moving. Space doesn't have road signs after all. Knowing we're hurtling through space changes the way we see ourselves. It makes Earth feel a little less like the center of everything and a little more like what it really is, a tiny oasis in motion, part of an enormous cosmic ballet. It also reminds us how much we still don't know. What exactly is the Great Attractor? Are there more massive structures pulling on us from even farther away? And how will our galaxy's future unfold after the collision with Andromeda? These aren't just fun facts. They're active areas of scientific research, giant questions that humanity is slowly unraveling. So next time you gaze up at the stars, remember, you're not just a passive observer, you're a traveler, a participant in a journey that spans millions of kilometers every hour, yet so smooth, so silent, you'd never know it unless you stopped to wonder. The universe is in motion, and so are we. Maybe the stillness of the night sky isn't stillness at all, but a high-speed voyage through the deepest mysteries of space. Thanks for joining us on this cosmic ride. If this made you feel a little smaller, or maybe a little more connected to the universe, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a fellow space traveler, because the journey is just beginning.